Good afternoon. My name is Nelson Arizari, and I'm the COO of Paykii. Paykii enables individuals living abroad to be able to pay expenses back home, and we do that by connecting remittance providers and financial institutions with billers around the world. What this means is that an individual who wants to send money home can actually direct a portion of that money to pay their parents' electricity bill in Mexico, or their spouse's water bill in Vietnam, or their kid's internet bill in India. Every day, millions of individuals around the world are sending money home. The unfortunate reality, though, is that there's a gross misappropriation of those funds, in many cases, by the recipients. And that puts pressure on the sender to send even more funds. And unfortunately, these individuals have absolutely no visibility into where that money is being spent or any control over how it's being spent. That's why the Inter-American Dialogue in Washington, D.C., when they did a recent survey, over 50% of respondents said they would like to directly pay expenses back home. Well, it should be easy, right? Well, unfortunately, the global financial system is designed to send cash, and it sends a lot of it. Over 500 billion is sent from rich countries to poor countries. Over 20% of that, over 100 billion, is designated for your basic utility bill payments. That doesn't even include opportunities in education, healthcare, government payments, insurance. Paykii, essentially what we do is we provide the operational plumbing that facilitates that transaction. So on one end, we commercialize our services through remittance providers and financial institutions that have the trusted relationship with the consumer. On the other end, we partner with local service providers who provide us that last mile connectivity to the billers in the major market. Now, remittances is a highly regulated industry. So in many cases, for a remittance provider to connect with a new partner, it takes them months, sometimes even years. But with our platform, once they're connected, they can add a new country in a matter of weeks or even days. For the consumer, it's even easier. All they need to know is the telephone number or the account number. We'll provide them how much is the balance outstanding. They don't need to receive the invoice or anything of that. They just need that information, and with that, they can authorize payment. For remittance companies, they face an increasing challenge. Sending cash is a commodity product, and it's becoming increasingly difficult for them to differentiate themselves. But cross-border bill payment offers the opportunity to fundamentally change the customer dynamic by creating a stickier relationship in the same way that online bill payment in a banking environment makes it a nightmare for a customer to change their bank account. With our platform, remittance companies can now notify their customers of bills that are coming, or they can even domicile payments. We launched 2 months ago with PayPal. We're processing around 100,000 balance inquiries with them a month. We have a couple of customers in the pipeline. We're focused not just in the US, but globally. So we have a couple of the leading remittance providers in the Middle East. And we have a really strong sales pipeline. And we're going to have some interesting US customer announcements in the next few months. We're connected to 9 markets. But more importantly, we already have contractual agreements in place to expand the network in an additional 9 markets. And by the end of 2017, we're going to be in 25+ markets. In the competitive landscape, our primary direct competitor is a company called Regali. Now, Regali's been in the market 5 years, but they were primarily focused for their first 4 years in the consumer market, B2C. And they've kind of pivoted to a hybrid B2B model. But let's focus on what's unique for Paykii. In our model, our DNA is B2B. And one of the things we did early on is we went out there and talked to remittance companies as well as other B2B providers to the remittance companies to find the right model for them. And the thing that we found out is also to make this a success, you gotta make it inexpensive. It's a bill that you're paying. You can't pay $3. And so in our model, the FX stays with the remittance company. That's their domain. We don't touch it. And in most cases, we don't even touch the funds. That's handled outside of it. So it's a very simple model, very clean model for the remittance company to come on board. We've got a great team in place. We have over 35 years of experience in payments and financial inclusion with a tremendous track record both on entrepreneurial environment and corporate environment. We've got experience in developed markets and developing markets. We've got youth and we've got a little bit of gray hair. But more importantly, we've got a passion to empower individuals living abroad to be able to manage their finances back home. Thank you very much.